Hi Mercy, thank you for coming in today. It's lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
And I understand the 3 little ones are in the other room. They're already in all the toys.
Yeah.
They'll have fun in there so we can have a nice chat. My name's Carly. We spoke on the phone, so I'll just let you know before we go into session that anything that we talk about in this room is private and confidential, but there are some times where information might need to be shared outside of this room. I understand we sent you through that information, but just to recap, if we think there is a risk of harm to yourself or someone else, that information might need to be shared. If court subpoenas material, like legal proceedings, or if I need to talk to my supervisor about anything that we discuss. So just as long as you're aware of that. And if at any time throughout this session there's anything you don't understand, we can always call up the translation service as well, just to help clarify things for you as well. But yeah, so I might do a couple of little notes while we're talking, so just checking that's okay with you. You've got some water, or would you like some?
Oh, good, thank you.
You good?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Mercy, where would you like to start as to what is happening for you? I understand that Marsha was looking after you, and it's...
I didn't like her very much.
Oh, you didn't like her very much. Oh, well, she's not... You won't always get along with everyone. Everyone is so different. So hopefully you'll find your time with me, you feel comfortable, and we can work together moving forward. So Marsha has kindly passed over your case to me, and I'm happy to be here and help you and your family, whatever that looks like for you. So would you like to just talk about what things are looking like for you, what's happening at the moment?
Well, me and my husband moved here about a year ago now with our 3 boys, and we've just been, you know, trying to work and get things going and, you know, integrate. And so, yeah, I mean, just it's tough. It's tough on the relationship, tough on the family, big changes. Yeah.
And what was, I understand you were in Africa, was that
Yes,
correct?
yes.
What was life like in Africa for you?
Also tough.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, very, very tough place to live. Very different, very community style there, and you know, it's not just about the friends you have, but you're in a community, so everyone there knows your business, and everyone that is good helps out, and lots of not good people there. And we have a way of doing things there that just works, and everyone knows their place, but very different here. A lot more, you know, people thinking they can do what they want to do. Seems to be very less consequence for a lot of people, and confuses me.
Yeah, it can be confusing going from something you've always known to a new area where things are different, and that understanding of translation can get a bit confusing. So we can certainly work on pulling those things apart and making them make sense for you. Did you know other people prior to moving over, or
Yes,
you have friends that have already come over?
Yes, so we had some friends move here a couple of years ago, and they said that it was very easy to live here, a lot more relaxed, and there was work opportunities for my husband, and so that's kind of why I think Marsha contacted us, because one of the families that we knew would live here we had a bit of a fight with them, a bit of a
Okay.
falling out. So I
Mhm.
think Marshall, I don't know if she was contacted by police or who told her, but she was worried about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what happened with that incident?
Well, it was my fault.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a conversation with my friend's husband, and I know I'm not allowed to do that. That's very disrespectful to my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And so my husband, he makes sure I know that I not to do that, and so I didn't do that again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's something that that's what you were used to.
Yeah.
Back at home.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Very,
Okay.
very, you know, a husband and the man of the house works very, very hard. And so he comes home and he makes the decisions and choices, and we show our gratitude by looking after the house and the children, and that's our part in the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. And how does that sort of behaviour happen often at home?
Oh, only when I make a mistake.
Okay.
Only when I make a mistake, and it's you know, it's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's very normal. The children understand, and it's not about me being a bad parent. This is just, it's good that the children understand that this is where discipline as well. And you know, Marcia said that, you know, it was not good, and I don't think she understands. That's why I didn't like her very much. And you know, it's, adults have arguments and fights, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's yeah, there's things that are in play at any one time which tries to ensure the safety and the rights that people have in communities. So Marsha may have been referring to things that are in place in Australia to ensure that people have the right to be safe and free from harm. So it may have just been a misuse of words there, which yeah, but that's probably what she was relating to. And she did mention there was a hospital admission. Was that?
Oh yeah, that's because, you know, my husband, he took his disciplinary action. So he hit me to make sure I knew my place, and I got some injuries, but you know, I went to hospital and got that sorted, and that's all okay now.
Have you been to the hospital before?
Not in Australia.
Not in Australia, but back home?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Harder to get to hospitals there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how have the kids found the move, the transition? How have they?
They are a little bit quiet. They spend a bit more time outside or in their room. I'm noticing they're not in amongst the family room and space as much as when we were back in Sudan. But my husband doesn't like that very much. He gets a bit grumpy about it because he believes the children should be around and helping. And I think that's where some of the change has been a bit hard, because the children are adapting to, I guess, what other children do here, which is always playing and enjoying themselves and not really helping out the adults like they would back at home. And so yeah, my husband has been a bit more grumpy than usual, but they are a bit more quiet. Yeah.
So they have they been forming any friendships?
One of them has.
Yeah.
The oldest one has made some friends, but the younger ones I find are not really making as many friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do they have any like favorite hobbies or any sports that they're interested in? Are they part of any like sporting groups that are here?
They love playing soccer.
All of them?
Football, soccer,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. All of them love it, but we haven't been able to get into any activities here yet. It's just been a bit hard with making sure work and school is stable first. Yeah.
That might be something that we could work on together in finding some local groups that you might want to consider, and I can find out some, like, the availability and the costings and things that we can look at. That'd be great to get them into something that they're passionate about, and you'll probably find that that support circle of like friendships and stuff will just organically grow from that. So that's something we could look at as a goal.
I know they would
possibly.
like that.
Yeah,
like that.
it
Yes.
sounds like they would love it. And in terms of your home life, do you are there times that you don't feel safe at home? Do you have somewhere to go if you weren't feeling safe?
I don't have anywhere to go, because if I went to go to our friend's house that are also from Africa, they would tell my husband that I am there, and my husband would come and get me. So there's not really like I have somewhere to go. And in terms of feeling unsafe, I don't know
what's out there, what's available.
Well, I don't know if I feel safe or unsafe.
Okay.
Because this is normal. This is how we deal with things in the family. But sometimes I feel like he's in a worse mood than others, and on those days I feel a little bit anxious, like in my belly.
Scared. Yeah. Okay, and that's natural. It sounds like you're in an environment that you're used to certain things happening, and here it might be dealt with in a different sort of way. Marsha did mention that you had a bit of confusion around why the child safety were involved, and again that just comes back to those human rights of their job is to come in and ensure that everyone is safe and that they are supported, especially when there's children involved. They will come in and just check that everyone is safe where they are.
Because my husband is not hitting the children. That's not happening. So I know the children are okay. They see discipline because they need to know where discipline happens. But yeah, I understand that they're here to make sure they're safe, but they're not unsafe. They're not unsafe.
Yeah, they just need to. Their role is to come in and just check that everyone is okay, and because there are, you do have three young children. That's their role to come in and make sure everyone is okay, because often different forms of behaviour can impact children, whether it's physical or not. So that's why the child safety will be coming just to check that everyone's okay, and if you need any extra support, they can refer you to services as well. I do have a number I wanted to give you. Whether you feel comfortable calling that, or we can call it together one day. It's just this number here, in case whether you want to leave that in a safe place somewhere, or it's just a number that we can call together if you feel more comfortable having a chat with them. But that's just if you feel you're in a position where you don't feel safe.
Okay.
And it might be a good idea for us to work on a bit of a safety plan, just in case something happens and you don't feel safe suddenly. We can just work something out so that you have some steps to take to make sure that you can be as safe as possible, and your children. So that's something we can work on as well.
The whole safety plan idea to me I don't even know what I would do.
That's okay.
So yeah.
We can, that's just, you don't need to know what you would do. We can work together to put everything sort of down on paper and work out what suits you in your environment.
Okay.
Sound good?
It does.
How are you feeling now we've had a bit of a chat?
Yeah. Are you a counsellor or support worker, or
I'm a support worker here.
would you help me talk with child safety when they want to talk to me?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, yeah.
Mhm.
And any extra support that I think might be able to help you, I can make those calls and see what's available. Make sure there's no long waiting times and things like that. No,
Very long waiting on the phone.
yes, yes. Well, I'll try and cut a lot of that out for you. So, my role is to just support you and connect you with those extra help that's out there, if you need it.
Thank you. Okay. I like you more than Marsha.
That's good. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear it. We'll we can get a start on that safety plan and make another session booked in.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks, Mercy.
Thank you.